directly for damn, what's my guy name? He was over there. Hughes, what's his name?
Larry Hughes?
Larry Hughes. They was gonna trade Tracy McGrady for Larry Hughes straight up. And Stephen A caught wind of it, and before the ink could even settle, he announced it, and Toronto backed away from the trade. Like, nah, we don't want to do it.
See, you sometimes when you playing with that type of money, like iHeart, that's a lot of money.
Right.
So now you had, I don't know why they did this, but for some reason they compared SZA and Mary J. Blige.
I don't like that.
Okay.
If we're comparing
sensitivity so separately.
Being irresponsible, or is he being more responsible than other parents? Like,
you got a good point. I'll give you that one. But y'all saw the beef with Jess Hilarious and the Breakfast Club?
I didn't quite see the beef, but I heard some about it.
it's just messy.
What happened?
And I think I low key blame her. I think she jumped out the gate too early, announcing before everything got confused.
Keep going.
That's what came across my desk.
The gate saying, "Hey, they pretty much said I'm the new host." She was
at her party.
Yeah, she started running her mouth.
She said, "I am they hired me as the new host."
And then Charlamagne was like, "That wasn't confirmed."
Yeah.
Pretty much like nobody. It's been in the talks, but we never. I don't know what she talking about, And then now a little crazy.
And shout out to my guys.
Corny, all this other shit.
Shout out to my guys over there at Bag Fuel. I had seen Esso talking about it, and that's basically like he was saying, like, when you come to these mainstream platforms, they have an order of operations that they do things in. And you can't just jump the gun.
Right.
Like, they have a whole rollout. They have a promotional package they going to put out.
Exactly.
And that's what Charlamagne said. He said, from what I knew, we were testing out different people and to see who worked.
I also don't believe that, though. I also
when
believe
he said they were testing out
No,
different...
they were 100% were. What I don't believe is, I believe that when she jumped the gun, Charlamagne had to go ahead and now do damage control and force their hand to sign her. So now he's going with the I don't know, but we've had a lot of people up here. She's been the best, most consistent, but we've had a lot of people up here. They're forced. I felt like that was them because they did it day after day. Like they kept
she was on there all the time.
But they kept saying, what are y'all doing? Who we gonna get? I'm tired, Charlamagne. I'm tired of it just being envy. I'm tired of it being.
I remember that.
That's you forcing their hand to go ahead and sign her now.
Yeah.
Now you're saying we gotta sign her now. Like. We got to get that done.
Yeah, it's been what 4 or 5 months since Angela.
I think it's been a year.
It's been a year already.
It's been up there a year, son.
And what's crazy? It's been a year, and people already seeing like how the dynamic is not what it used to be with her going. Even though she wasn't like a big.
Nah, Jess Hilarious is that show dies without her.
No, I'm saying like when Angela left and it was just Envy and Charlamagne, niggas was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, it dies without her.
Yeah, it does.
If Jess leaves, it dies without her.
So
I was with. I'm like, yo, that's all rollout. Then she made this recent post because they
Hold on, my wife said she probably also announced before they was able to let the other people who came.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, and that's just in bad
taste. And the ink wasn't dry.
Yeah,
it's like when Dre sold Beats to Apple and he fucking tweeted. Him and Tyrese tweeted it, or they tweeted it the night before. Nigga, that's $2 billion. That upsets the stock market. The stock market is closed. The stock market is closed, so the price can't change. If I go out and buy all of this stock now, when the stock market opens, I'm up.
Yep.
You can't do that, nigga. That's so he almost lost all of that money. It's the same thing. You can't speak before the ink is dry.
That's what happened.
Stephen A.
I want to get there.
No. I'm not talking about what you're talking about.
But I definitely want to get there.
We're gonna get to that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm addressing that a lot of people don't know is at one point the Toronto Raptors were going to trade Tracy McGrady directly for what's my guy name? He was over there. Hughes, what's his name?
Larry Hughes?
Larry Hughes. They was going to trade Tracy McGrady for Larry Hughes straight up. And Stephen A caught wind of it, and before the ink could even settle, he announced it, and Toronto backed away from the trade. Like, nah, we don't want to do it.
See, you sometimes when you playing with that type of money, like iHeart, that's a lot of money.
Right.
So now you had I don't know why they did this, but for some reason they compared SZA and Mary J. Blige.
I don't like that.
Okay.
If we're comparing It's even tough because when you think Mary, you're only gonna think legacy act. You can't even fathom a time where she wasn't auntie. Like we can't fathom it. But if the argument is where SZA is in her career and where Mary was at that same point in her career, then we might have a conversation. Then it's a lot closer than people are making it out to be. But it's an unnecessary conversation because nobody was having this conversation prior to you two niggas saying it. So it's unnecessary to begin with. Why are you doing this? Because now all you're gonna do is you're gonna get everybody on the internet to say she ain't no fucking Mary J. Blige. That girl she ain't ask for that. She didn't do that. She didn't say that. You did. So now she gotta fight all of these fucking comments and shit. And that's not her fucking thoughts.
Right.
That ain't fair to her.
Welcome to the internet era.
Yeah, that shit not fair to her. So Jess Hilarious, this is why I was like, oh, this is real. Like this ain't a part of their promo. When she goes, these niggas trash. Envy, shut up. I know artists be pissed when these old heads do this. Do this. Now everybody negatively comparing SZA to Mary J. Blige, and it ain't even her fault. She has her own identity already. That's real. I don't think that's promo shit.
But this is often what happens when people start like. It's ultimately what happened to the whole ESPN network, right? I'm old enough to remember a time when ESPN would come on, they would give you Sports Center early in the morning, and what Sports Center was them telling you the facts of what happened.
Right.
These dudes played last night, and in that game, this guy had this amount of numbers, that amount of numbers. Shout out to Stuart Scott, who added some flavor to it when he watched the highlights with the booyahs and all of that, and the rap quotes when he be like, oh, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Like, but ultimately, the shit turned into an opinion-based channel to where you get a whole bunch of people giving you their opinions on stuff, right? And now because we got 80 shows, we got to come up, and every day, we got to come up with talking points. And now we're forced to deal with these athletes starting their own podcasts and shit. Oh, we got to come up with more. So the radio's the same way. There's a million radio stations, and now that the Breakfast Club is a syndicated show, they have to come up with shit to talk about every day.
Right. And whatever drama. And unfortunately, this shit is...
No, and sometimes you got to make up stuff. Like, yo, let's compare this person to that person just as a talking point.
Just to get shit going. Okay.
Yeah, just a
but
talking
it's just
point.
not fair to her. That's my thing.
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a talking point. They shouldn't do it because it's not fair to the other person.
Yeah.
Especially when you do a legend like that. That's like saying
Mary J.
Is Wemby Tim Duncan. Like, dog, we talking about a top one power forward ever in a rookie.
Right.
Like, this is just not fair.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige is definitely one of those.
And when Tim was a rookie, he came in as a number one pick like Vic, but he came in with a team who had just won 66 games 2 years before that.
Fact.
So,
and the only reason they didn't win the year before is because David Robinson, I think they sat him on purpose for the whole year. I do think he got hurt in the beginning of the year, but I believe he could have came back. But they sat him for the rest of the year on purpose.
Let's get 20 wins to go get that other tall nigga.
Facts.
That's a fact. So I do think I'm just gonna keep a close eye on it because after that last post she made, I don't really know where they really
goes
stand.
after that.
I don't really know where they stand.
If they lose it, that'll suck, bro.
I don't like. I really don't care for the Breakfast Club. I don't listen to that shit.
It's cool, but I do like the dynamic she brings.
I don't like
shit.
Charlamagne. So if they got rid of him,
Charlamagne is hard to listen to.
I'm almost the other way.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't really care for Envy.
Oh, I don't. Me either. But it's Charlamagne. You know why? Because people can grow and people can change, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Because the old Charlamagne was probably one of the nastiest niggas in the world. Like, some of the shit he used to say and do was just OD.
Yeah.
But that was really him. This new person, once the bag came, they told him, yo, you can't do and say this no more, which is fine because you got to get the bag. But now every chance you get, you plug your book and you do this therapy, peace and blessings, love, and I send loving prayers and all that. It's like, yo, dog, on everything, it's like, yo, give your opinion sometimes.
Yeah.
Instead of giving his opinion now, he just says, oh, I'm praying for you, or peace and blessings. It's like, yo, dog, you can give your opinion still. You just don't got to sniff her seat when she get up.
Right,
like, there's still a happy medium there. He just don't know, bro.
He be in the building.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.